Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another of the Speak On It podcast. I am your host, Big Mike. I am here live, and boy, oh boy, what a day! Here to talk about Game 4. I think it says Game 3 on your dial, and we'll fix that. But Game 4 of Knicks Pistons today, as well as Game 4. We're also going to do Lakers Wolves Game 4, a little recap of that. As you know, I am not alone. I have Breezy in the building who is fired up today, ready to go.
Big Purr. Big Purr.
Big Purr. Big Purr is a horrible name. It's just horrible.
Bodega
horrible
Cat.
Name.
You
I'll deal with Bodega Cat, but
you see the picture.
I see the picture. I
could also give you this one right here. Let me give you this one. I got you. There we go.
That's how he's feeling cat. Today. El Gato. That is definitely how Cat is feeling today. He hit 2 unbelievable shots today to help the Knicks squeak out is definitely the word. I would definitely say the Knicks squeaked out a win today in Detroit. 94-93. The Knicks are up 3-1, going home for Game 5 in the Garden on Tuesday, which should be an interesting game because the way that this game was called, this is going to be, I'm very curious to see how they're going to call Game 5 because they did not care in this game, like at all.
I must
came
say,
for a basketball game and a rugby game broke out.
I must say, today's refereeing throughout all of today's playoff games were definitely giving playoff officiating, and I'm not mad at it. Dylan mentioned earlier that if it was the other way around for the calls at the end of the next game, we'd be tight. Not me necessarily, because they called it people were saying inconsistent. I think that they are allowing us to get playoff physical, and I appreciate that. I really do appreciate the playoff physicality. And with them letting them play physical like that, I think that it's giving them the officiating a hard time to call it consistently, because they're so used to calling ticky-tack fouls and superstar calls and all these things like that. But allowing these players to play physical, I think they're having a little bit of an identity crisis on the officiating calling,
Today was absurd, though. Today was absurd. Like, I'm with you. I like letting them play. Let them play. These are grown men. These are strong men. Let them play. A little bump here and there. Like, these dudes can handle that. It's not impeding them or anything like that. But then we got to also, as I was telling Dylan, we got to be real here, though. A lot of this is fouls, though. Like, yeah, we're going to let them be physical, but a foul, like, we still got to, like, hacking and bumping is two different things. Like, dudes are getting away with just hacks, pushes. I was yelling earlier at Dylan because I literally saw Malik Schroeder 2-hand push campaign out of bounds to get a steal. Like, there's physical, and then, like, that's a foul. You cannot 2-hand push somebody to get a steal. Like we got to draw the line. And I would have been furious if they would have called that foul on Josh Hart at the end of the game because they hadn't called anything all game. So to call that bump when Tim Hardaway was trying to get contact, when they don't give Jalen Brunson that at all, I would have been furious because it's not consistent. That no call was consistent with what they had been doing all day. I don't like it. I think it's a foul. But if you're not going to call it, then don't call it. Don't call it. So you cannot, Detroit fans, you cannot be mad that they didn't call that foul when y'all were playing football all day and getting away with it all day. You can't have it both ways. If they were calling the game tight, then that absolutely is a foul. And I'm screaming at Josh Hart for why are you touching him? Why are you leaving your feet? But the way they was officiating that game, nope. Good defense.
I mean, the
That's how they
Pistons,
wanted to call
yeah, I mean, and that's how they wanted to call, and that's also how the Pistons wanted to play too. So like, it is also you can't have it
it. Can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways because they wanted to play physical, they wanted to play tough, and they wanted to be touchy feely and then pushing and shoving and grabbing jerseys and stuff like that. They wanted to play like that, and the refs is not. After a while, the refs the mood of the game is gonna fix itself. They're gonna notice that all right, we're not gonna call every foul because this is how they're playing, and that's just gonna be what it is for the rest of the game. And then when you don't get the calls that you want, you got to realize that this is how you wanted to play.
Like this is what you wanted, and this is what you're getting. Like it was all cool with them not calling calls when y'all were making y'all run and came back. It was fine then when Tobias Harris was yelling, running up and down the court. It was all good then. But as soon as you don't get a call, nope, you can't. You cannot have it that way. The NBA is saying that it was a foul. I know it was a foul. I knew it was a foul as soon as I saw it. I knew it was a foul. But they hadn't called that all day. So, no, you don't get that call. You don't get that whistle. I'm sorry. Doesn't work that way. The Knicks almost let one get away. I wouldn't say they were cruising, but they were comfortable. And then Detroit hit a little flurry at the end of the second quarter before halftime. And then went on a run in the third and not only got back in it, took the lead, they took a big lead. Jalen Brunson got hurt. It felt like it was done. It felt like, oh well, the Knicks are gonna lose this game. Brunson's hurt. We're out here playing football. It felt like Pistons were gonna get this game. And then the Knicks started to just chip away. Jalen Brunson came back and said, I'm going to put New York on my shoulders. And Cat came along for the ride and hit two of the craziest. The three-pointer that he hit, I mean, I know Cat can shoot. So, like, that's more of a big shot than a great shot to me. That fadeaway he hit before that's the shot because I don't know how he made that one. That was a great shot. That was a great shot.
And I got one more for you, Mike. Here we go. You know, so I'm gonna give you one more. There we go. Nah. Credit to Cat, man. He really did his thing. But I want to give a shout out to Mikal Bridges on those back-to-back corner threes that cut the lead down, because that was really the momentum builder in that run that led us to the fadeaway from Cat, that led to the fadeaway. I mean, that led to the three as well. Those two back-to-back corner threes, cutting it to 3 points. We needed that, man.
We needed that. I mean, I feel like it was a team effort because we did need those threes from Mikal. And we also needed the minutes that Deuce gave us while Brunson was in the locker room. He didn't Deuce. I think he missed 2 shots while Jalen was gone, but he wasn't. The offense was still in control. Like it wasn't bad shots. He just missed. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, oh my god, like we're falling apart. Like when Jalen came back, I was like, I honestly was like, well, he don't need to go back in there if he ain't right. Deuce, Deuce got it under control right now. That the ship ain't sinking, but Jalen Brunson said, nah, one leg. I'm gonna cook these dudes.
Yeah, man. I'm not hoping. I hope it really doesn't come back to bite us in the long run.
Yep, because we talk about it all the time in this pod. Compound injuries. It's a running theme on this podcast. Are compound injuries a thing? Does this lead to this, to that? Like, and it could. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to get an MRI tomorrow or tonight, even. I don't know how swollen his knee is. But if he doesn't play, I don't know if the Knicks will still have a chance if he doesn't play because they really don't have anyone that can guard Cat. It's just a matter of, does he want to be aggressive? Does he want to play? Because they really don't have anyone for him. Mikal Bridges also is playing. He's playing well in spurts. So, like, if Brunson doesn't play, like, could the Knicks win? Yeah, they could win. I would be surprised, but they could win. Have the home crowd, they could win. But it'll be interesting. We'll see. I despise the fact I already knew about Tim Hardaway Jr. and he's more of a front runner. He doesn't have the clutch gene. Like I've seen him miss too many big shots over his career that I know that he's a front runner. I learned today that Malik Beasley is absolutely a front runner. Absolutely front runner. Because when the game was close and it was early and they needed shots from him, brick. Detroit went on a run and he got a couple easy baskets and now he hits a 3 and is shaking and dancing. I was like, oh, okay. I know what it is with you. Okay. When everything's easy, you like to talk and poke your chest out. I see. I see. I see what it is with you, buddy. Cool. Dance, have fun. Because what happened to Malik Beasley when the game got well, actually, I can't even say that because Tim Hardaway got mad and decided he was gonna take all the shots.
It's because his dad was there trying to show off.
Jalen Brunson cooking him on one leg. He was like, nah, I got to get my lick back. Lick back. Which is fine. Like, I'll take Jalen Brunson versus Tim Hardaway. I'll take Jalen Brunson on one leg versus Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, I mean, but in the fourth, what did I saw he hit a Tim Hardaway Jr. hit a 3 to keep it close, and then he got a floater to keep it close.
I think he scored like 7. I think he might have scored 8. I know he hit a 3. I know he hit a floater. I'll tell you right now because I'm gonna pull up the box score right now, and we will. Well, firstly, box score. How many did Tim Hardaway have? 14. 14. He went 4 of 13 from 3, which is just abysmal. Malik Beasley had 13. He went 3 of 9 from 3. And like I said, I remember he hit 2 back to back. So that tells you all you need to know about the kind of day he was having. He did have 5 rebounds, so good for him. But let's see. What are we talking about? The fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, but we talking about the fourth, but I will continue.
You want to know the fourth?
I will continue to say this. You may disagree, Mike, but I am counting my lucky stars that both of them
Yeah.
are off.
I don't know how much more misses you need, James. I don't
No,
know how many more misses
yo,
you need.
I no, listen. I'm gonna need all of them. We're gonna need all of them
But
because
you keep saying that we're lucky that they're missing. Maybe they're
yeah,
just not good enough.
that's the. But the stats say otherwise, though. You can't
Malik
say
Beasley is not performing to what he did
that's
in
the
the
one I'm
regular
talking
season.
about.
Tim
I'm not
Hardaway
I'm not
is
necessarily
doing exactly what he's done.
I'm not necessarily talking about Tim Hardaway. I'm talking about Malik Beasley to be the second, have the second most threes in the season. Says stats wise that you have been official from the 3-point line throughout the entire season, no matter which team it was, right? So the fact that he did that over the whole season, and then now in the playoffs, he's off or
He's
having a bad time
trash.
shooting or anything like that. I'm appreciating the timing of him running cold because, like you said, he missed a bunch of open shots.
It just misses a bunch of open ones. Like
So if you're the second most threes in the season and now you're missing open shots, I'll take it.
that
I'll
tells
take
me
it.
you're a front runner. That tells me
Nah.
I'm telling you, he's a front runner.
How
Front runner.
define front runner?
When it's easy, he's got no problem. There's no pressure on him. He can make them all day. Make them all day. But there's pressure in these games. These shots are heavy.
So you
And
don't you don't
he can't make one when it matters.
so you don't
And
think
then
you don't
I'm
think none
sorry,
of
go
his
ahead.
you don't think none of his threes throughout the season based on seeding, you don't think it was pressure for them to win those games?
But playoffs, it's different in the playoffs though. Regular season, like I'm sure he's hit big threes all season, but it's a different animal in the playoffs. And now that I think about it, when he was on Minnesota, I don't remember him playing well in the playoffs either with Minnesota. Now that I think about it,
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
like I'm not because he can play. He clearly you don't make that many threes if you can't play. But there is a thing about pressure getting to people, and he looks to me like one of those dudes that when there's pressure on him, he can't do it. He can't do it. I feel like Tim Hardaway is the same way. Tim Hardaway is streaky, but I've seen Tim Hardaway miss a zillion big shots with the Knicks. I've seen him miss a ton of big playoff open threes with Dallas. Like I've seen this from Tim Hardaway that I know. Every time Tim Hardaway shoots, it does not scare me. I expect him to miss when he shoots.
My
Like
thing
when
is
he
with
hits he goes on his little streaky runs. It's like, oh, great. Now he feels good. But like, there's no clutch shot that he takes. Every shot he took in the fourth quarter when he was going back and forth, I was expecting him to do this. I was like, wow, he's really feeling himself.
Yeah, my thing with Tim Hardaway Jr. is just that he goes on burners at random times of the game, but the thing is, he shoots entirely too much to me. And the thing with Beasley, I think right now he's trying to shoot his way out of a slump, and he's shooting his team out of the game. Same with Tim Hardaway Jr. He's
Tim
shooting the
Hardaway
team.
is absolutely shooting them out of the game
Yeah, shooting them out of the game, but he shoots entirely too much, and I don't understand why they allow him to do that, regardless of what team it is that he's on.
because he
That's
used to
his
do this with
thing.
Dallas.
Hmm?
He used to do this with Dallas. Tim Hardaway would routinely shoot them out of the game, like just throwing up bricks, like wide open too. Like that's like I don't have an ounce of fear with Tim Hardaway, an ounce. Like I know he can make shots. It's one of those things where like, yeah, don't leave him open, don't dare him to shoot, but like
Yeah, my
Tim
thing is,
Hardaway's not going to beat me. Like that's what
I
like Tim Hardaway's not going to beat me.
I hear you. I hear you. The fact that he was on our team and you have confidence that he's gonna miss these things. I just think that shooters shoot, and
Shooter shoot.
anytime a shooter shoots, they have a shooter's chance. And I
Well,
don't want that chance to be against my team. So whenever that ball goes up, he has a chance to make a shot because he hasn't made anything or hasn't made it before or anything like that. So the odds are in his favor to eventually make one, and I'm praying that he doesn't, and that's what's happening right now. So I can't, even though I'm on the same board as you as far as like being a Knicks fan and everything like that. But other than that, I'm praying and I'm continuing to be hopeful that these shots don't go in, because the games are close at the end of the day. So like, as much as you may have confidence that I don't have confidence that he's not gonna make these shots. Me, on the other hand, I am praying he doesn't make these shots, because the games be in like a possession of deciding factors. That's what I'm saying. Like, we won this game by 1 point. The last game we won the last game by 3 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the games are so close that I'm clutching my pearls when these shots go up, regardless of who it is.
I just don't have the same. Our level of confidence in these guys are just different. Like, I'm way more afraid when Dennis Schroeder shoots than when Tim Hardaway shoots. Way more afraid. Like, it surprises. So to that point, so what I just said, it surprises me when Dennis Schroeder, he had a couple open ones that he missed. That surprises me when he misses. It doesn't surprise me when Tim Hardaway misses. And like I said, the way he's been shooting all series, it's getting to the point where it doesn't surprise me when he misses it at this point, because he's just been off. Like, the Knicks have played decent defense because he's not getting anything else. But like, he's off. Like, I can tell he's off, and I can tell it's in his head. So
Yeah,
it
but you
doesn't
also,
surprise me at this point. Like I said, Tim Hardaway's a different case because.
But that's also a dangerous thing to be in, Mike, because
Sure, he could split. It could flip. It could flip, but it could also flip because the Knicks are missing a shit ton of shots too that they normally make. Like, Deuce has missed shots that I know Deuce makes.
Yeah.
I've seen OG miss corner threes, and we know OG don't miss corner threes.
Yeah.
We know that. So, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's just the ebb and flow of the game. Like, the only person right now on the Knicks that I think is is not playing I think Deuce has missed shots that he normally makes. So I need that from him a little bit, especially because that's the only way that Tibbs is going to play him, because Tibbs just refuses. I thought today, if there was ever a game for Precious to play, it would have been today. Cat had what, 4 fouls, 5 fouls? How many fouls did Cat have? Cat was in foul trouble the whole second half. Went to the locker room, and Detroit was playing with a big lineup, and I was like, and Mitch didn't feel good. They were saying on the broadcast that Mitch didn't feel good today, which is why he didn't play as much, which I understand. If you don't feel good, then not go play.
Yeah.
If Mitch don't feel good and Cat is in foul trouble, Precious has to play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. I was sitting here screaming, just put him in for 2. Just put him in for 1 timeout to a next timeout. Just give him that. Like just see what happens.
I was telling you a couple episodes ago that we all know Tibbs is a trust guy, and for some reason he don't got no trust in Precious. And when the playoffs come, this is right before the playoffs started. I said, and when we already got a shrunken lineup already, and when the playoffs come, the lineups are going to shrink even more. You need to play 1 or 2 more guys. Like, you need to play 1 or 2 more guys, because just based off of stamina, the minutes that they're being played and rotations, like they have to happen. And for some reason, he's not playing Precious. If you get the scenario that you're talking about, you have to play another man that's a big to get to offset those minutes, to offset foul trouble, to offset anything like that. You just have to play those guys, and the fact that he's not, I think that is irresponsible in him. And it just shows a lot in his coaching style, and these guys have adapted to it, but like, come on, man. Like, these guys are not robots, and the flow of the game, if somebody gets in foul trouble, you just gotta play the next man up. That's just what it is. You just have to. And he's not.
And like I like it, like if this was Boston, I can understand Precious not playing against Boston. I can they run up and down the court. He can't guard Porzingis. So like if this was Boston and Precious wasn't playing, I'd be upset, but I'd be like, I get it. It's not a matchup for him. This series is a matchup for Precious. Like this is tailor-made for what he wants to do. Him and your boy Hockey Porty, whatever his name is, 55 that runs and yells.
I mean, Huck Porty is. I told you already. He may
I
not
know
even
he's
play off
rehabbing. We probably won't even see him. But like Shamit got 1 minute. I don't even remember him being on the floor, to be honest with you, at any point in the game. But I guess he did for it at some point. Deuce got 19 minutes, but of course that was because Brunson got hurt. Campaign got 7, but that was because Brunson got hurt. And Mitch clearly was compromised. Mitch only played 9 minutes. He played 9 minutes, and Cat had foul trouble. So shout out to Cat for not getting the fouls. Like he figured out a way to stay out there. OG played 39. How much did Cade play? 42. So wow. Didn't even line up. Look at that. Malik Beasley went 5 for 12, 3 of 9 from 3. Schroeder had 27 minutes, but he only had 6 points. He only went 2 of 4. So, I mean, and Paul Reed, I don't know why they're not playing Paul Reed more either, because he played 8 minutes. He was a +8. He played 8 minutes, had 4 rebounds and a block. You got to play him more. You got to play him more. Like that stat line, right? That stat line alone, you got to play him more.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
I don't know what JB. I'm James. I'm getting sick and tired of watching JB yell and scream for every call. Like every call, JB Biggerstaff is yelling and complaining. Every single call. At some point, you got to tee him up. Like it's every call. It's not even some calls. James, I kid you not. If you watch it, it's every single call.
Yeah, I mean, he is bitching and moaning. I understand. I understand fighting for your guys. This is a young crew. This is their first time in the playoffs. You want to make sure they get a fair shake, but shut up.
Like it's every call. It's every call with him. Like like I said, you're right, Chance. I know it's their first playoffs. I gotta fight for my guys. I gotta make sure the rest don't do them dirty. But like at some point, the rest has got to stick in and be like, "Hey, stop!" Like that's enough. Like I gave you the same analogy last time. You can't argue balls and strikes the entire game. At some point, the umpire is going to be like, "All right, that's enough. Cut it out."
Yeah, but not only that, it's like, what precedent are you setting for your players? Because they're not even complaining as much as you are on the sideline.
Not really. I will say that. I mean, Detroit's complaining, but not like him. Not like him.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it was a good run. I'm glad we was able to take care of these guys. You know, they're gonna come to New York. We gonna get some home cooked food. You know, and hopefully we can send these guys on a nice flight back to Detroit. You know, got it packed up.
Hopefully, like I said,
See you later. See you later, Pistons.
I've been saying it all series. It's gonna come down to the refs. It's going to come down to the refs. However, the refs decide they want to call the game, that's what's going to happen. Like, now this game, Detroit's going to cry and complain and bitch and moan for 2 days. So I don't know if the Knicks are just going to not be able to do anything, or are we going to have another football match on Tuesday? But we gonna see. And the Knicks winning, it keeps the saying alive, James. It keeps it alive.
What's that?
Jersey City, Motor City, New Jack City, Knicks and 5.
Knicks and 5, man.
Knicks and 5.
A lot of y'all was saying Knicks and 6. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the few with the Knicks and 5 still.
It's still alive. It's still alive. What's not alive is Ant-Man, Iron Man, Joanna Man, Lakers in 5. Not only is that not in play, we might have to switch that around to Wolves in 5 because Minnesota buckled down, got some key plays, got a couple stops, and beat the Lakers again today. And they are up 3-1. They beat the Lakers 116-113, and they're up 3-1. And like it's weird because like I feel like the Lakers are in this series. Like I don't think the Lakers have necessarily played like bad. They've just kind of lost. But like they're down 3-1. Like it's but what's happening is when it gets to clutch time, Ant is making all the clutch time plays, and Luka isn't this year.
Yep.
Last year,
Luka. I was waiting to see if you was gonna say something.
Last year, Luka was making all of these plays.
Nobody's addressing the elephant in the room, and that is Luka's kind of trash in the clutch. He's throwing turnovers. He's missing shots. He's getting scored on. He's not getting his shots off. He's getting clamped up, honestly, too. His first step ain't getting these guys. They staying in front of him, and he's not boogieing them. He's also hesitating on his step back because they're there. So like,
not only are they there, his jump shot's not falling.
But not only that, they're also there. Like, like his little, for instance, like his move that he pulled on Gobert last year, the cross step back 3, that ain't working at all. That cross step back, when he gets to that step back, they're closing in on him so quick that he can't pull the shot, so he's passing out. So he needed to figure something else out. And Reeves is also disappearing in the clutch too.
Well, they're hunting him, so they're hunting him. He had a good shot at the end of the game too. That 3 he had in the corner, he had a good shot. He gotta hit it.
Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Rui. He did his job tonight.
He tried. Yeah, Rui tried.
He did his job tonight. He had like 5 or 6 threes. He had like 20-something points. And he had the main assignment. He was guarding Anthony Edwards majority of the game. So he did what he could. But I mean, Game 5 is in LA. Then they go back to Minneapolis, right?
Yep.
So they're gonna have to win one in Minnesota. They're gonna have to win one.
They're gonna have to win one in Minnesota. Today was the day they were supposed to. They were supposed to win that game. They was up by like 8 with like 6 minutes to go. They're supposed to win that game.
They were up by 11 at one point in time.
They were up in that game. They should have won that game. They absolutely should have won that game.
They what hurt them is they got 2 fouls on the 3-point line too. They gave Anthony Edwards 2 3-point plays.
Like I'm looking at it right now. They were up 98-90 with 10 minutes to go. They were up 99-90 with 8 minutes to go. With 8 minutes to go, they were up 99-90. Ant scored. Luka missed. Ant made a three. Luka scored. Jaden McDaniels scored. Miss by the Lakers. Julius Randle scored. Luka made two out of three Luka made all three of those free throws. When he made all three of those free throws, they was up 104-97 with 5 minutes to go. 3, Naz Reid 3, Luka missed, Naz Reid 3, LeBron missed, Anthony Edwards fouled on a 3.
Yep.
And just like that, they were losing and then fighting for their lives. Then Naz Reid hit another 3.
Yep.
Then Dante had that layup, that and one layup. I don't know how. And then, despite all of it, with a minute 30 to go, they was up 2. They was up 2. They were still up 2. LeBron blocked that layup. Yeah. Jaden McDaniels dunk. And one. And then LeBron had that turnover. Yep. And then LeBron had a turnover at the end, at the 32nd. And then that foul they called on LeBron on I mean, the Lakers gave it away. There's nothing else. The Lakers gave it away.
Yeah.
They gave it away. I'm looking at this box score from the fourth quarter. The Lakers gave this game away.
Yep. The foul on the wrist on Anthony Edwards. Yep.
The Lakers gave this game away, and they're going to be kicking themselves if and when their season ends because they gave this game away. So the Lakers are in trouble. Ant is playing very, very well in the fourth.
Yeah, man.
He's playing very well. Yeah, he's playing very well in the fourth. And I mean, what's really happening is in the fourth quarter, they're switching Austin Reeves on him, and he's cooking Austin Reeves every time. Austin Reeves can't guard him. So, Lakers got to figure it out. They got to figure it out, and quick. Tuesday will be here very quickly. Tuesday will be here before you know it.
I was cracking up because Roz was quiet the whole entire game. Game ends, Lakers are cooked.
Yep. Quiet. Don't hear nothing from him until the loss happens. Then here he comes.
Lakers are cooked. But what's going on in this game that's playing right now?
The Boston and Orlando are having a good game right now. Orlando came to play, and I love to see it. Love to see it. What's the score? I'll give you the score.
They're down by 9. It's 42-33.
They're playing the game's. This game's closer than that score. We'll let you know. This game, they're playing good. That run just happened.
I need the Magic to win to extend that series because if we win on Tuesday, we get to rest up our players. They're still in a battle with Orlando. That benefits us. We need them to win.
Yeah, I really could use them. Yeah, because it was just 33-37, and the Boston did that thing they do where they go on a quick spurt. It's 33-37, boom, 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 42-33. So yeah, I need Orlando to calm down, use your crowd, sneak out a dub, and get
That's what
and
they
get us a
need.
series here. I don't know if you're talking, you're muted right now. Sound like he was about to say something. In other series, OKC finished Memphis off quick, fast, in a hurry.
I try to tell Anthony this series isn't as interesting as you think it is going to be, Anthony. Tried to tell him early on. He was like, "Man, you don't know what you talk about. John Moran's about to bust these cats up."
Not
Swept.
this team. Not this team.
Swept.
Um, Cleveland also is going home tomorrow. Not Cleveland, excuse me. Miami is going home because of Cleveland tomorrow. We're gonna find out about this Indiana Milwaukee. I can't wait for that to come on at 9:30. I can't wait.
I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home with a beer when that game comes on, Mike.
I can't wait for that game. I need Dame to drop 50 on their head.
I'm telling you, I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I think this team is just I don't know, man. It's just a bad matchup. I don't know why they have a hard time with the Pacers, and I know you guys want Giannis and the Bucks to get their lick back. I just don't see it, man. I just think that this team is just better than them. They're just better than them. They score at a higher clip than them, and they can't keep up.
We'll see. Shout out to the Warriors getting the dub without Jimmy buckets. See if they can go up 3-1 on the Rockets and make y'all look like geniuses.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that series was gonna be a
You said
sweep.
5. Oh no, you said
I know
sweep. Yeah.
I said sweep, but then the game that Jimmy got hurt, they lost, and then the next game Steph got him out of there, and I think they're gonna win the next game. I think if Jimmy doesn't get hurt, I think Monday or Tuesday will be the game that the series would have been over. But nonetheless, it's gonna be done in 5. So the Rockets, they're also a very young team. They're scrappy, but they're not ready to go against playoff Draymond with his defensive intensity, and then Steph is he just wills, like he just overpowers you with how good he is from 3, and that's just it.
Me and Dylan were talking about this. As much as Toronto and all of Canada should hate LeBron, Houston should absolutely hate Steph Curry because it's just not fair what Steph has done to them over the years. It's
Yeah,
not right.
the
What
James
Steph has
Harden,
done.
the James Harden teams, the James Harden Chris Paul teams.
It's just not right what Steph Curry has done to Houston over his career. Just like LeBron has his punching bag in Toronto, Houston clearly
But then
is Steph's punching bag.
LeBron also eliminated the. Did LeBron eliminate them, or was that yeah, LeBron eliminated them in the bubble as well when he was on the Lakers.
Not Toronto. He was on the Lakers.
No,
He eliminated the Rockets.
I'm talking about Houston.
No, LeBron eliminated Houston in the bubble. LeBron got them up out of there. But see, that's what I mean, James. Orlando's down 6. They are in this game. They are 100% in this game.
OKC They at the crib right now.
OKC ain't playing until next week. And the Nuggets Clippers are tied at 2. They not playing for another week. OKC said, "Yeah, I'll see y'all later."
Yo, talking about playoff basketball though, that catch dunk with 0.1 seconds on the clock by Aaron Gordon.
Unbelievable.
I feel like that might have been a play drawn up by Joker in the huddle, because like the way that he shot it, he never does a step back that going that way fadeaway three, and for it to not hit any part of the rim. And then if you look at the play, you'll see Aaron Gordon lurking the baseline for the shot. His like rim watching. I think that was on purpose, but. Man, what a way to end the game, man. What a way to end the game. Wow.
It was theater. It was theater because the Clippers was playing, Norman Powell hitting big threes. They was out here. They was out here playing, gotta love it. 2 teams playing hard, my man. 2 teams playing hard.
Still gonna have to have the talk, Mike, about Zubac soon, man.
We're close, James. We are getting dangerously close. I said it after game 1. I was like,
Zubac.
Zoo played very well, and then in game 2, Zoo played really well, and Joker didn't. Game 3, Zoo played really well, and Joker didn't. Game 4, Joker played better, but Zubac played good again.
Yep, Zubac has been there the entire time, just waiting for Joker, just waiting.
Like, I won't disrespect Harden and Kawhi and say that he's been the second best player. He's been the third best player, but he's definitely been the X factor. Definitely been the X factor in this series. In Zoo we trust. He is maybe one.
Oh my God!
In Zoo we trust. He's 1 game away. He's so close to getting the Joker Whisperer title.
He's 1 win away from getting the stamp.
He's close. Zoo is out here. And I would say definitely as an unbiased, just basketball fan, that has been the best series so far in the first round.
Nah, I like this Knicks battle right here. I'm choosing the Knicks battle, and then they're second for me. But this Knicks battle, man, I'm on the edge of my seat, man. Even when we go on runs, they fight their way back, and then everything's playing into it, like the crowd, the refs, the calls, everything. So like I can't give it to them. It's got to be the Knicks for me.
It's definitely been entertaining. Golden State and Houston has also been entertaining. That's been a fun watch too, but what a time we are having in this opening round of the playoffs. And it only gets better from here. I know that you're not going to recap the NFL draft, so we will save that for Knicks play Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to do it. Well, no, because if the Knicks eliminate them, we're definitely doing post-game live on Tuesday.
I don't have much. I don't have many words on the NFL draft besides the fact that.
Besides the bullshit what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I jumped into Steven and Dylan's draft pod, and I was like, "Yo, what's the deal with this right here?"
Tie game in Orlando.
There you go. I was like, "What's going on here?" Like, I was like, do you still take a player even with when they have a big personality? And they were like, "Yeah," and I was like, I don't understand why teams are passing up. And then I'm talking to my guys I play basketball with. They're big football fans, and they're like, "Oh, Dion brought this upon himself. Why how he acted with the other college schools and the kids and they're like people would just be
Just talking.
tying so many things in. I'm just like I don't understand it. I was like,
Magic lead.
yeah, I was just like, Mike. I was like. I was like, the one thing I do know, I saw a clip, and I think I might have shared it in the chat, and I was like, the guy was like, "Have you guys heard of the Mannings? Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Archie Manning." He refused for them to go to every team
To
to
the
try out.
Chargers. He told the Chargers flat out, Eli is not playing here. And the Chargers still drafted him.
So like, it's the situation where you have that, where like you have the dad or the players outly publicly saying they're not going to this team and it not being held against them, right? And then you have Johnny Manziel, who had the hugest personality in college football,
Mm-hmm.
still get drafted, and so you can't use that as an excuse, like, oh, we're not drafting because personality. We don't want that in our ball club or something like that. It's just like we've seen it happen in a bunch of different scenarios for you guys to act like you guys wouldn't do it because of these things. So what is it then? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the expert on it, but as the guy from the outside looking in and being able to see these things, it must be prevalent to everybody that are involved and able to see these things. Like there has to be something there, and I'm pretty sure everybody's seeing it in real time, just like I am. So like, what is it?
I mean, we can go down this road because everybody's like doing that thing where we're trying not to uh race bait and but like that's in this. Like we can't be dumb and act like that race is not playing. It may not be the primary reason, but it's a reason that this is going on. Like Shador is a young, confident black kid with money
Yeah,
who is the son of a very confident black coach who throughout his career was telling them was unapologetically confident and it drove people crazy. It drove people crazy how good Dion was and the fact that he could back it up. And it drives people crazy that Dion's the greatest corner of all time and you can't argue it. It drives people crazy. So now that his son, it's what we're really seeing is the same thing that happened with Bronny. We're seeing it happen again. They're trying to get to the dad through the son. The problem with this is, and no, I'm for one think Bronny should be in the league, but Shador is infinitely better at football than Bronny is at basketball. Like infinitely
yeah,
better.
yeah. I
So
mean,
like
I think it's clear that like as much as it was probably like foggy on if Bronny should have played another year or if he's not ready to be a pro and stuff like that. I think it is clear as day that this kid is a pro and belongs in the NFL. So, being that he's talented and belongs in the NFL, this should be an easy thing now. So you can't say it's the same thing because he belongs in the NFL. And even though it is maybe still a little bit of nepotism, that he has the talent and the skill to be in the NFL, and he
James, he has
is
the
an NFL
talent to
player.
be a first round pick. There's no ifs, ands, or but. He has first round pick talent. If it like when he didn't get picked in the first round, I was like, all right, well, that's crazy. But James, you was in the chat. What did me and Dylan, we were all saying, well, he'll get picked in the first couple rounds. He'll get picked in the first couple picks to the second
Yeah,
round.
I mean, I
Ain't
saw
no
it.
way.
Every player. Yeah, I saw it. Every player. I mean, every team that needed a quarterback when their time came, you guys were like, all right, man, hey, I guess he's gonna go right now. And it was like, wait, they picked who? Okay, and then they'll go to the next team that needed a quarterback. You're like, all right, I guess he's gonna fall here, and then nothing. You're like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is happening right now? It's like the next team, and then so on and so forth. And then it's like, okay, we're in round 5 now.
We're
Like,
in
what is
round
happening?
5. This is outrageous at this point. Like, it's outrageous. That's why once we get to round 5, now it's like, all right, you can't tell me that like, this is what I mean. Like, it's not collusion. Like, you can't tell me it's not collusion. You can't tell me race doesn't have something to do with it. We're in round 5 now. Shador is better than 90% of the players that got drafted before him.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like they were trying to humble him and trying to break him and stuff like that. But now what he needs to do is also he needs to just overlook where he got drafted. I mean, yeah, he's going to miss out on some money from not going
A
higher and
lot
stuff
of
like
money.
that. But he needs to, as far as like him performing, he needs to overlook where he got drafted and just go out there and play now. It's just like, all right, y'all overlook me. Y'all think I'm a round 5 pick and not a number one, a round 1 pick. I'm gonna show y'all every single one of y'all that overlooked me, even including the team that ended up drafting me. I'm pretty sure they overlooked them a round or two. And it's like, all right, now I'm just gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna ball out.
Yeah, it's but the situation that he's in now, Dylan isn't worried because Dylan thinks Dylan Gabriel, the other quarterback that they drafted. Dylan doesn't particularly think he's really good. I think he's decent. He's not better than Shador, but he's decent. But they have 5 quarterbacks on the roster. Granted, Deshaun Watson is out for the year because he tore his Achilles. But Joe Flacco's 57. But Joe Flacco is going to start.
So, do you think that this was also a purposeful draft on this team to bury him on the bench and not see any time?
That's what, honestly, James, I think that there is part of that. I think Cleveland, like, he's buried on their roster. Like, that's why it just makes no sense. And what kills me about it is Cleveland traded up to draft him in the 5th round. Why would you do that if you drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you give up draft capital? If you thought that highly of Shador, you draft him in the 3rd round. So, like, it's a catch-20 because I want to root for Shador because they did him dirty, but I also, Cleveland does not deserve. They don't deserve good things. They don't deserve for Shador to be good and to carry them to greatness. They don't deserve it. None of these teams do, honestly, but it's frustrating. It is what it is. Boston is up 5 at halftime. So hopefully you get home in time to catch the end of this game because I think it's going to be close all the way to the end.
Yeah, I'll catch you up. I'm going to be headed home shortly.
This has been a fun post-game live. This was fun. Your cat picture is just hilarious.
I mean, hey, man, I got one more for you.
One more before we go?
One more for the road, Mike. One more for the road. You'll like this. This is for your boy. You can't see the whole thing. Pointing at your boy Schroeder. Your boy. your impact boy.
I saw Schroeder 2-hand push campaign out of bounds today with no foul.
Yeah, he did. He
saw it in 4K.
He sure did. But it was a lot of that. Tobias Harris trying to find himself getting in Cat's face, and he had 18 points at the half, but I don't think he scored again after that.
Don't tell me that Tobias had 18 at the half. Don't tell me that.
I think he did had 18 at the half.
Because he was doing a whole lot of chitter chatting.
Yeah, I mean, you can fact check it for me. I'm
gonna check it right now. I'm gonna check it right now.
Yeah.
Because I just knew Tobias must have had,
Tobias.
Did he score in the fourth?
I know for sure he didn't score in the fourth.
He did not score in the fourth. oh no. No.
He didn't
No.
He didn't score in the half, Mike.
Oh no, he scored 2, 4. 4 points in the second half. Oh man. All that rah yelling, 4 points.
How much did he end with?
18.
18 points. Tobias.
6 of 15. And it wasn't like he was 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Tobias.
So, game 5, he better come to play. But
what is it? Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast mentioned that game 5 is going to be a lot of New Yorkers at that Knicks game.
Oh yeah.
He said he's going to be there. Fifth might be there again. He said that Celebrity Row is going to be lined up with New Yorkers like how it was last year when we lost.
Mm-hmm.
And the year when we lost to the Hawks, when it was like Celebrity Row of all New Yorkers.
Mm-hmm.
He's claiming that it's going to be like that.
Good. We need all of it. All of it.
I need Stephon Marbury there. I need Melo.
You know Steph is going to be there. I need him and Starks up there yelling and screaming on the baseline. That's what I need.
I need him. I need all of them there.
You know what I need? I need us to play the music before we go.
Go.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Well, just like that, look who's back in the mix. Straight out of New York City, it's them red hot Knicks. And nothing's gonna stop us from hanging a banner. Not the Hawks, Heat, or even
Indiana. I just needed a little bit. of that before we get up out of here.
Gonna leave it right there on Big Brun, Clutch Player of the Year.
Clutch Player of the Year, clutch again tonight. We'll be back Tuesday night after game 5 from the Garden. Breezy, I'm your host.
Bang. Shit like that.
Word, man.
That Breezy, Big Mike. We out of here. Go New York, go New York, go.
Tape.